Colorado voters have just over 24 hours left to get to the polls and turn in those ballots if they want to have a say in the primary elections.
KRDO 13's Andrea Herrera joins us live in our newsroom with more about what you need to know about the final run-up to the primaries. Andrea.
People who have not yet mailed in their ballots now have to do it in person. Today, El Paso County Clerk and Recorder Office opened up 3 additional voter service polling centers, meaning as of this morning, there are now 9 locations where people can vote in person. The Clerk and Recorder says the voter turnout is beating the expectations so far, but they are running into some problems.
Okay, thank you. Have a good day.
So far, the county clerk and recorder says they've seen plenty of fixable mistakes on the ballots they've seen so far, adding that people just need to take a second and read before turning in their ballots. One common mistake is people turning in multiple ballots.
In the state of Colorado is our registered Democrats. They get the Democratic primary ballot. Our registered Republicans get the Republican primary ballot. However, our unaffiliated here in Colorado can also participate in the primary. And they actually get a Democrat and a Republican ballot. So they get 2. However, they can only vote 1.
When that happens, they say the vote is automatically not counted for. Another issue they've recently seen is multiple ballots in one envelope.
Folks will sit there, husband and wife will sit there and just say, you know what, let's save an envelope. You vote your ballot, I'm voting mine. You can't do that because that particular envelope is assigned to the wife and the other envelope is assigned to the husband, and they both have to sit there and sign the affidavit.
The El Paso County Clerk and Recorder estimates that around 80,000 to 100,000 people will cast their ballots either today or tomorrow. And they are asking those voters to pay close attention to their ballot so that many of these problems can be avoided. If those 80 to 100,000 people do vote by tomorrow at 7 p.m., then El Paso County would reach a new high for the voter turnout. So far, El Paso County says they have seen a higher female voter turnout during these primary elections compared to other years. Reporting live in the newsroom, Andrea Herrera, KRDO 13.
All right, Andrea, thanks so much.